Hi, I'm Amy Shannon, and this is the second video of me doing some readings from my book, Reminiscence of Ballstown, Echoes and Whispers of Forgotten Legacies. And this is the book, and I will be reading directly from it. Um, there will be several others readings and some other entertaining facts about history. So if you enjoy history as much as I do, um, please continue to listen, share with your friends, and comment if you wish. I would love to hear your comments on it. Um, the book links for my books are in each video description. The links that are in there are direct links to my publisher, where you can get it actually cheaper than if you bought it on Amazon. So it's just one of those things. And also there is a link to my website, which has the series, but there are also other web pages on that website that share my research and some historical information and things that I wanted to share with anyone who visits. Um, this book is about women and their families. There are some families that you may be familiar with, and some you may not be. Many times you're familiar with the males of the family. Sometimes the women, depending on who she was and whose daughter she was. So I'm going to kind of start out with it's the title called The Unseen Legacy of Women. Um, it's something that uh, some people wish they could forget about, but I think that in order to honor anyone, we need to tell the truth about the past and also show how far we have come, and then also realize that in some ways we haven't come that far. So the I'm going to do a quick reading for you from the book. And the first title is Invisible Labor. During during the 1700s, 1800s, and far into the 1900s, a woman's value was often measured by her marital status. Single women got the name spinsters, an expression loaded with shame, but they could and were required to earn a living. Their roles spanned domestic service, teaching, sewing, dressmaking, factory labor, and farm work. Ladies of elevated social status could work as governesses, while widowed women, defined by sorrow and hardship, had to maintain their households, especially with offspring to care for. Me? Married women bore the weight of the domestic life, their responsibilities shaped by social class and their husband's occupation, including managing the home, raising children, and performing endless chores. In farming families where men often took on additional jobs to make ends meet, the burden of the agricultural, labor frequently fell to the women. Regardless of riches or station, a woman's work remained steady, crucial, and mostly unrecognized. Legal constraints and erased identity. And this is one of the reasons why I find that this book is so important. Um, and I will be just doing brief readings from different sections in this area, but I think that this one is really important. Until August 18th, 1920, women in America could not vote. Even after suffrage, equality remained elusive. A woman could not own property unless she inherited it, and upon marriage, any asset she held became her husband's. She could not run for office, sign contract, or keep her own wages. The legal doctrine of coverture erased her identity, folding her existence into her husband's. Historical records reflect this erasure. Many women appear only in passing in a son's obituary, a father's military file, or as Mrs., followed by her husband's full name. If her husband ran a business, she worked besides him, perhaps even harder than he did. These women left behind legacies that history overlooked. You don't have to be a hero to matter. You just had to work hard. A typical woman was anything but ordinary. Married women raised children, managed households, and often worked alongside their husbands, especially in farming families. Their labor extended to cooking, cleaning, sewing, budgeting, and child rearing, often while pregnant or grieving from the loss of a child. Sewing meant repairing and creating garments for the entire family. Handling home finances needed thrift, resources, and grit. Women's social lives were centered on the church, community events, and informal gatherings. Ballston Spa had several churches, including the First Baptist Church, which hosted educational and social programs. Going to neighbors, shopping, and attending local events delivered crucial support networks. Letters exchanged between family members reveal the routine of daily life, mundane tasks, family health, and financial concerns, offering glimpses into the grounded, enduring strength of these women. And then comes with the grief, faith, and the tradition of naming children. Losing children happened often, many to diseases that weren't curable then but are now, causing extreme sorrow. Families, rich and poor, young and old, mourned infants and young children, but the grief and despair never interfered with their responsibilities. It was common to give later children the names of those they had lost, occasionally reusing the same name. Irrespective, faith guided many families, and with the belief that God would signal them when to stop having children. In this cycle of birth, loss, and hope, women carry the emotional and physical weight of survival. Through every challenge and constraint, women's strength, love, and labor that form the foundation upon families and communities endured. Their names may be absent from monuments, but their legacy is written in survival itself, the quiet architecture of day to day living, and the unseen scaffolding of history. So I want to thank you for listening. I have some other topics that I will be addressing in future videos. I wanted to, this book was, I'm very proud of this book, and I did a lot of research. And just when I thought I was finished, I realized I wasn't. And I thank everyone who I reached out to, and they offered help, whether it was information or resources or both. And I really want to thank all of them. And of course, my family for supporting me, my sons, my daughter-in-law, my son-in-law. Um, I couldn't do what I do without them. It's the thing that helps me get out of bed in the morning when I um, have something to look forward to. And sharing these stories with everyone, um, it is really important to me. Um, and I'm just going to put this as a side note, where I mentioned earlier that the videos, the links in the description have the links, direct links to the paperback books on Ingram Sparks, where I published these books. And if you purchase a book and you would like it to be signed, um, if you are not local, or even if you are, I don't know when I'll be doing an in-person book signing, but I will be happy to send you a certified signed sticker so you can put it in the book for you yourself. And I am pleased if you actually do pick up a book and want to learn more about these magnificent women and the tragedies and triumphs they endured, and just being people, living their lives, everyday lives, working hard. And, you know, they're the first ones up in the morning and they're the last ones that go to bed at night. And even when they have to take that quiet time to themselves, they are still doing something, whether it's sewing or rocking their sleeping child or handling eggs or doing the last meal's dishes while everyone else is tucked neatly in their beds. Um, Things have not changed so much, but in some ways they have. And everybody's story is important. Everybody deserves to be remembered, no matter how long ago they lived. So, again, I'm Amy Shannon, author of Reminiscence of Ballstown, and I hope you pick up a copy. And also, if you want, pick up a copy of the Ballstown Pioneer Cookbook, um, which is a unique cookbook, and I will also be doing some videos on that as well. So, thank you very much.